Let's watch some Shadiversity. Star Wars is woke content. Should you stop hate watching the Acolyte? Says Shadiversity with the guy he is able to afford left on his staff on his channel Night's Watch. Should you stop hate watching Acolyte? Last night, Sarah and I watched every episode of Acolyte because we hadn't spent a lot of time together. And then we watched every episode of Acolyte. And it was good. I like it. I was surprised that it was good because Star Wars content has not been good. But it is better now. This isn't... Yeah, Fluffy and Skim Milk are both gone. They've both been canned, shit canned as it were. This is Monos, and he's the only one left because I think they can like legally pay him less or something. Yeah. I think Acolyte's been good though. Let's see what he hates about it. This is a couple weeks old because he's doing like whole reviews of each episode and screaming or something to try to make content. But so this shouldn't have any recent spoilers if it has any.
The Watch. Welcome back to The Watch. I'm wearing nothing at all. No, just kidding. Sorry, blind viewers. I'm wearing this awesome, cool new jacket that's cool and it's new and it's awesome. And I can look like I'm wearing Brigandine even when I have no violent intentions and not wearing my armor.
It's actually really good quality. See how thick this material is?
Super thick.
These rivets are sewn on. You have Stealth logo, right?
Stealth logo. Cool, man. This is fucking lame. I would never buy such a thing. This is lame as fuck.
Available for a limited time, link in the description, Shadiversity hoodie. But we're not actually here to speak about hoodies.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about hate watching.
Ah.
This is a good discussion, I think. Because
this is a good discussion, I think. We haven't had it yet, and he said, hate watching.
Is one of the takeaways that people are starting to promote about Star Wars The Acolyte, right? Is they're saying, it's not worth your time, stop hate watching it. The Quartering has been mentioning it more actively in his current videos and stuff.
The Quartering. I'm shocked that he watches the Quartering videos. He just seems so high octane for someone like Shad. God, he must be blown away by the amount of content coming out of the Quartering's mouth. He must be, wow, I'm so entertained.
It has to do.
He's a fashion designer in addition to an artist and rape story writer now? Oh, yeah, cool.
And I think it's worth discussing here.
They're all mad Red Letter Media made fun of him. Hey, I don't watch any of it, so...
What are your views and thoughts on hate watching at the moment, Oz?
Well, I don't hate it.
You don't hate watching?
I don't hate watching.
He's so funny. Dude, his personality is like... Wow, I don't... Maybe he was raised by a grandma or something, and she laughs at every joke. I don't know. Like he doesn't have a real personality. It's deeply unfunny, but he keeps trying to make jokes, which is weird, right? When you're so unfunny, you're just like constantly trying out jokes on people. I don't even know how you get like that.
I think there are some things like if you. I don't think you can. Okay, it's a misnomer. Hate watching is a misnomer because I don't think that you can willfully really watch something you hate over and over again without going insane.
Oh, I think you can.
Well, I mean, you can dislike it, but to like a real visceral hate.
Okay. Well, then we're just getting messed up on definitions then because.
Oh my God! Drive a broadsword through my skull. Lance me with a knight in shining armor. Have him lance me on a horse. That sounds. For some reason, in their company, that sounds more homoerotic than I meant it. I can't fucking imagine sitting in a room and being forced to fucking do whatever this interaction is.
Defining hate.
Here's my example.
Yeah.
I like The Boys.
Okay.
I can't watch it.
All right.
You can't watch
I think
The
we're
Boys?
getting mixed up.
I think we're getting mixed up. The Boys is good, by the way. The Boys has been good.
Between hate watching and dislike watching. When people most say hate watching, they mean dislike watching. You're watching something because you dislike it. You want to see the train wreck. You want to see how bad it is, laugh at how bad it is and stuff. And the concern...
It's anti-humor? No, they're not even doing that.
...that people have who hate these shows, right, is that is giving them support. A hate watch is just as valuable as a fan watch, and it's helping prop up terrible shows. If you really want them to die, ignore it. And look, I do think that's true.
Oh my god, the anti-SJW fucking everything's woke. So the goal is for you to shut the fuck up about it. What are you going to make content on, Shad? I've looked at your fucking channel. Look at this shit. Watch. Look at it. This is the only thing he talks about, man. House of the Dragon and Acolyte have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. His last 7 videos have been this topic. If you go back, to 10, it's his last 9 videos. And if you go back to 12, it's his last fucking 10 of them. Some shit. Fucking 9 of them. Crazy. It's crazy. This is all you talk about. What do you mean? Shut up then. He goes on 2 weeks later to continue to do so, of course. So strange. I wonder why. I wonder why you just kept doing the same thing. Why are you making this video? I can't believe he's such a hypocrite. Wow. Shadiversity is a hypocrite. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. They're busy printing his rape fantasies.
That's what has spelled the true death of this subversive, woke co-opting of the stories we love.
Subversive and woke. I don't know what's subversive or woke about the Acolyte story. I don't know what problems he could have. Black women? It's a galaxy. He does not think that black folks exist in the galaxy? In the whole galaxy? Where do they get to be? Easy, black girl can do fight? Well, only one of them. Huh.
Apathy.
I actually think the Acolyte has been pretty good. It's been I would say well acted. Actually, there's something about it. The set design feels a little campy at times, but I like the character design. Like I think specifically the Jedi design, because they're doing like, was it? Sarah looked it up last night. High Republic, I think, because they're doing like 100 years before the prequels type stuff, so it's a little more clean, and it has prequel. I think they're trying to hit the prequel thing, but it's still like the problem with the prequels is that it was all green screen and too clean, and I think that's part of the problem, but it's whatever. Nonetheless, I think it's like the best stuff they've put out since Andor is Acolyte. It's not as good as Andor yet. It could be. It depends. I mean, I don't think it would. The next few episodes would have to be fucking amazing. Andor's great though. If you still haven't seen it, you should watch Andor.
Apathy has spelled the death for Doctor Who. The reason why I like the ratings and viewership of Doctor Who at the moment is just through the floor.
Yes.
It spelled the death for Masters of the Universe reboot on it. Like everyone watched the first season and was shocked at how disgusting and terrible it was. No one watched the second season, or it was the second part because the season was broke up into 2. It's also spelled.
What about like animated shit? I haven't watched the new Doctor Who, but it looked. I've been hearing good things about it. Actually, I don't know. I haven't seen it though. Terrible take on the Masters cartoon, by the way. Don't they have like several seasons? I thought they just put out like a 3rd or 4th season.
The death for Star Trek. A lot of the Star Trek crap is being cancelled now because people are just tuning out. Here is an important caveat, I think, to the hate watching, right? I think people get mixed up between reviewers and general audiences.
Fight choreography in episode 5, amazing. I really liked episode 5 was the best one so far. Sarah thinks that episode 3 should have been the first episode, and with retrospect, I think maybe it might have had more. It might have given more gravity to the rest of it, so you have a little more backstory. I don't think it would have fucked up anything. I think it would have been fine. You just don't get the cold open of episode 1 of like, oh, we're fighting Jedis, you know. We got an action scene. It's cool though. Maybe episode 1. Maybe you could have started with the first scene of episode 1 and then done the rest of the story. I don't know. Who knows?
But even the general audiences who hate watch and then mock it on social media serve a really important purpose. That's what creates the apathy.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have one without the other.
That's the thing that I think people are missing. It's the hate watching that then spreads the message of how bad something is, that then creates the apathy that truly kills it.
Yeah. Vigilance is the price of, being aware of all this stuff.
Vigilance is the price of being aware? That doesn't make any sense. Being really mad about this makes me apathetic later? Why don't you just start with apathy? What if you simply started with apathy? It would be like they are literally warriors over media. Oh man. It'd be funny to watch either of them get into a fight.
And I see this happen in two fronts. Honest reviewers and YouTubers and people on Twitter and stuff like that do watch it and give their honest feedback, all right? And we're not talking about shill media, we're talking about people in the Fellowship and also Fellowship adjacent. So we're not saying Fellowship, that's the FNT crew and people who are, friends of ours and things.
What?
Because the shill access media are just, they've lost all credibility. But the honest reviewers, Critical Drinker is doing incredible work at exposing...
Critical Drinker. Dude, is he just trying really hard to get cozy with, the right-wing guys that do this kind of stuff to try to move into that space? Because he's just so bad at it. He's just jerking off other anti... Yeah, that must be. You're so cute, man.
Dog crap media.
Yes, and he's doing it under the influence. That's amazing. You're amazing.
The EFAP crew have been doing it for a while.
EFAP. Blech. What a bunch of fucking dorks.
They've been doing it for a while.
Yep.
Nerdrotic, of course. There's heaps of people, right? And I actually feel that role is essential because this crap needs to be called out. And people sometimes accuse us that we're somehow supporting Disney and whatever by reviewing it, when it's like, no.
We're profiting off made up controversy, mate. That's too much. I can't do a fucking Australian. I literally was just like, I don't know, maybe I'll check out Acolyte after a few weeks, and we did, and it was good. 5 weeks, I guess. It's good. I like it. I'll check it out. I'm probably gonna finish the season, see what happens. I'm telling you, episode 5. I mean, the whole thing's been pretty fucking rad.
If they were getting any benefit any at all, from what we do here at Night's Watch or anyone in the Fellowship, Disney would not be complaining about it. They would not hate us, right? They hate us viscerally. Man, they hate Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker with a passion, right? Because they're effective. They know this is what is creating the apathy because they're calling out the crap, and deservedly so. And it does not...
Deservedly so. What is it? How do you even make that noise?
Because they're calling out the crap, and deservedly so.
So? What the fuck is that? You people down there. You fucking people down there. What are you doing? Relax. Say fewer things with your mouth. It doesn't have to be. You get to be a little flatter. Fuck. There's no point for that. It's too flourishy. Relax. You're peacocking.
And it does not help Disney. They hate us for doing this because
Disney doesn't give a fuck what you're doing. Disney uses this kind of shit as free advertising. You silly fucks.
Is what kills the stuff eventually. Honest
Shadiversity, they're like, who? Shadiversity? Okay.
Nerds and fans calling out the crap for what it is. That's an important aspect of it. But guess what? The fan backlash also is important because I think that also creates the apathy. Like the amount of roasting that Acolyte is getting lambasted with by people.
Is it getting lambasted?
Of what? And also not just the ones making tweets, right? But seeing tweets.
It's got an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that sounds accurate to me. That seems right.
By Gary or Critical Drinker or anyone, and then liking, replying, upvoting, and that signal boosting, the people in the Fellowship.
I would say it was probably like the last episode for me was like a 9.5 out of 10 though. It was really good. So if another episode is like that, it would bump my rating up.
Raking this across the coals to the point that Elon Musk even gets on board and mocks it as well, right? This is all the tip of the spear, the way we fight back.
The way we fight back. We're the tip of the spear. God fucking... Like, obviously they're LARPers, but holy shit, this is LARP. This is, like, way worse.
Okay? And it is essentially hate-watching. But...
This is the dumbest conversation
then
we've
comes
ever
the
listened
actual
to.
death,
Ever
which
won.
is apathy. And that has happened a number of times. Like, Velma. Do you know Velma Season 2 is out? You didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
And I was aware of it. No, I do not care. Not going to watch it. It is so... Because for me, I kind of think gauge it as a balance, right? Does this need to be called out? Or
Does it need to be called out? What are we calling out? They haven't said a criticism at all. There's been zero criticism. They're just like, I don't know, should we call it out? Call what out?
Or has the damage been done and you can just let nature take its natural course and let it die?
Yeah.
But also, when others are doing the work for us, where there's enough people already calling out. This
Outrage
group
machine
is
all
just
the time.
ripping Velma Season 2 apart.
Yeah.
It's so boring. I don't know how you could just like be an outrage guy all the time, every day. I'm outraged by everything. Shut up. Oh my God, it's only been 6.5 minutes. I thought we were just about done. Look, hey, I'm going to go to 1.5. I'm skipping 1.25.
Doing a great job.
He's a machine, that guy.
Yeah. And I don't see much benefit in us doing it. I don't think we could harm it any more than it already is.
Yeah.
And we could mock it, right?
Well, have you heard of triage? You know, triage it's the military's like, okay, who do we treat who's wounded, right? They have another version, which is the opposite, which is who do we shoot first, right? You target the bigger target.
Yes.
Velma's nothing.
Velma's nothing.
But Star Wars.
An Acolyte, this is an important vector in the culture war to call out because people are paying attention to it.
Yep.
And while people are paying attention to it, that is a very effective means.
Yep.
And if it was good, we would acknowledge it. But it is so bad.
Yep.
It is special in the way that it's able to wake up even more normies to how bad Star Wars has become.
I don't think a normie watches this show and is like, this is bad. I just disagree. This is like, if you like Star Wars, you're going to like the show. I can't imagine liking Star Wars and being like, the show's bad. Like, the fight choreography has been really good. They've been interesting fights. The acting has been good. I really like... There's a few characters that are super interesting. The bad guy in it is very interesting so far. I hope it continues to be that. But he seems interesting. There's several character dynamics that, I mean, they have like depth, man. I don't know. It's good. It's a good story. I think the only thing that I would have done because I'm a little bit of a lefty. I mean, you could have done more of a Jedi solving cases type vibe and done like a detective Jedi thing, but they're kind of going for like, they're trying to thread the needle between telling that story and still having like Star Wars-y shit going on because the Jedi Council's involved, and it works still, but I think you could have gotten closer to the ground with it and it would have been even better. But that's why it's not a 10 out of 10 for me. It's like I'd say like 8.5, 8 out of 10, somewhere in there. Anyway.
Yeah. And I'm pro anything that wakes up the normies.
Exactly, right? Another
Anything
example,
that wakes up the
Doctor Who,
normies.
the new season. Like that one, I could not bring myself to watch, even if I could get huge views for reviewing
You haven't even watched it?
it. It's too painful. It hurts too much. Like Doctor Who was actually one of those special ones for me. But then there are other ones that
What
are...
hurts? What hurt? Black Guy's Doctor Who hurts too much? I mean, shouldn't you be happy about getting rid of Jodie Whittaker? Not that she was the problem, but like, wasn't it Chibnall? It was the episodes were poorly written. It wasn't good. I've heard good things about the return here. They even did a Tenet comeback for a second. New season Doctor Who is some of the best Doctor Who ever. It's fucking awesome. Okay, I've been hearing good things about it. On Bro Day we're watching the occasional Doctor Who Tenet episode so that we can get to the point where we can appreciate the comeback.
so special that no one else, or fewer
Ever seen Doctor Who? I strongly suggest trying it out if you like sci-fi stuff.
people are covering it, that it's my duty to do it. And that's the Wheel of Time TV show adaptation. Where here at Night's Watch, we were one of the louder voices reviewing that dog crap. Didn't get lots of views because interest in that show is dead.
Yep.
But someone needed to call it out that has some measure of an audience, so it's there.
Yep.
It's there.
And also, like, you can see, like, we had a ton of fun discussing the train wreck.
Yeah,
you know, like, you can get tragic events and make hilarious jokes out of them. And
Tragic events. How... Sarah and I were talking about this last night, just like on the couch. I don't understand how you categorize a show you don't like as a tragic event. I don't get that. I'll never understand how they're like this. What hilarious joke has they ever... Dude, I would love for them to make me laugh. Can you imagine if they were like funny guys and they had chemistry? Why is he so greasy? No, he hasn't been sleeping a lot.
Wheel of Time was exactly that, you know?
So in kind of summary to the discussion, I kind of agree, but also feel there's a bit of nuance that needs to be added to it, where the true death is right, is no one paying attention to it at all, which means not even hate watching everything, but that is only achieved from the previous hate watches. And look, maybe not everyone needs to do it, okay? And if someone's watching something and they don't intend to call it out if it's crap or anything like that, like, yeah, they're not worth your money. Don't give them the hate watch or anything. If you're already subscribed to something, though, and you're not paying any additional money, I guess the view gives them the metrics that, it got viewed. And so...
I sail the high seas.
You sail the high seas. And we're not talking about...
Yeah.
No, I was saying copying media at all. You were just actually you like sailing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like sailing.
You like
on my
sailing.
boat in the sea.
I just want personalities on the internet would be dope as fuck. Like, what if they had whole human, like fully realized human beings with real thoughts and wit? I simply wish for peers. That's all. It's my craving. It's just to have peers around. Instead, it's just fucking mouth breathers in shitty looking jackets. They're really dumb. Who'd ever wear this?
On his boat on the seas, of course. But there are ways, if you really wanted to see the train wreck, that you can experience the train wreck and not support them. Watch reviewers.
Yeah.
There are watch parties or, people that kind
Please watch my channel. Oh my god.
go through step by step. The EFAP watches are great.
They're hilarious. I watched one today, actually.
Yeah.
They're episode 3, and it was
It's
good.
hilarious stuff. Love it, right? And so...
Hilarious.
there are ways to see the train wreck, get the kind of hate watch effect while still not supporting the crap. So again, I see the merit behind it. I think there's a group of people that probably could afford to show less support, but I don't even think that's support. It's their right to do what they want with what they consume. And if they really want to see the train wreck, honestly, all power to them. But I agree completely that the true death of it is apathy when no one even gives it a look.
Yeah. Because no one's talking about... Well, how can I... What's something no one's talking about? How would I even know?
Well, you wouldn't know, but The Boys is interesting because... Man, I don't care about that. But maybe we'll discuss that on another video, because this is the thing. There are still things that need to be exposed. Because that's what we do. Stay on watch.
Go. They expose stuff? Is that what they do here? Well, I mean, that was trash, that's for sure. That was pretty fucking dog shit. I thought I was going to hear criticisms of the show when I clicked on should you stop hate watching the Acolyte? But it really was just about the concept of hate watching. And they were just justifying their content on YouTube. Why would you watch this? Why would you be like, yeah, I watch the Night's Watch. That's why the logo is stealth, so that no one knows.